Like that old saying, more money, more problems. Andrew Tate has had his fair share of problems. It's almost like he was living in a real-life version of the Wolf of Wall Street, but without the Leonardo DiCaprio good looks. I mean, let's be real. Who wouldn't want to live like Andrew Tate? The man had more designer suits than we have t-shirts. But as we'll soon find out, all that glitters is not gold. In fact, it can be pretty darn tarnished. Yes, today we're going to dig deep into the rise and fall of Andrew Tate, the controversial social media influencer who has been making headlines recently. Many of you have been searching the internet, trying to find out if Andrew Tate is still in jail or not. It's no secret that Andrew Tate has been one of the most talked about personalities in the past couple of months. The media has been keeping a close eye on his every move, and yet there are still so many unanswered questions. Today we're going to dive into the details and give you all the latest updates on Andrew Tate's current situation. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Andrew Tate's unusual sequence of actions started with a direct tweet to Greta Thunberg, in which he boasted about the emissions from his fleet of cars. Eventually, this led to his detainment in Romania, where he is being investigated for charges of rape and human trafficking. On December 27th, Tate, a well-known figure on social media, posted a tweet aimed at the 19-year-old climate activist saying, "I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a W16 8-litre quad-turbo. My 2 Ferrari 812 competition have 6.5-litre V12s. This is just the start. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and their respective enormous emissions." According to an official statement from a Romanian anti-organized crime unit, Tate and his brother Tristan were apprehended and held in custody on charges of human trafficking, rape, and operating an organized crime syndicate. The authorities searched 2 Romanian properties, which resulted in their arrests. Some online speculations suggest that the police were tipped off about Tate's presence in the country after noticing a pizza box in his video, which was from a Romanian-based pizza company. Nevertheless, a reporter from the Washington Post shared on Twitter that the authorities have denied this theory and claimed that the pizza box did not lead to Tate's detention. Tate, who has been in custody in Romania since last year on charges of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group to exploit women, has denied the allegations and has continued to maintain his stance on social media. However, his latest tweet on February 5th, 2023, has stirred up controversy once again. In the tweet, he revealed that he will donate $100 million to start a charity that aims to protect men from false accusations. The announcement has caused quite a stir on social media, with many questioning the motives behind Tate's donation and whether it is an attempt to gain public sympathy. While some have applauded his charitable efforts, others have expressed their skepticism. Given the serious nature of the charges against him, regardless of the response, the news has reignited the conversation surrounding Andrew Tate and his ongoing legal battles. Andrew Tate's life story reads like a captivating tale of passion, controversy, and ambition. Born in the US in 1986, Tate was raised in a family of fighters. His dad was a kickboxing champion, and his brother followed in his footsteps. Tate himself was drawn to martial arts from a young age, honing his skills in kickboxing. He attended high school in the US before heading to Cambridge University in the UK to study computer science. It was here that Tate's social media presence began to take off, with his provocative and often outrageous comments gaining him a devoted following. His meteoric rise to fame continued when he appeared on the UK version of Big Brother, cementing his place as a polarizing public figure. But where did it all go wrong? Despite his talents, Tate's controversial views and behavior have landed him in hot water, including charges of human trafficking and rape. Regardless, Tate's charisma and wit have made him a fascinating and controversial figure, drawing both admiration and criticism from fans and critics alike. Despite the backlash against Tate's toxic views, it's worth noting the extent of his influence on impressionable minds. Tate's videos often depict him living a lavish lifestyle and promoting a hypermasculine image of himself that appeals to young boys and incels who are searching for a sense of purpose and identity. Unfortunately, this appeal is leading to the normalization of misogyny and harmful beliefs about women. It's not just about Tate's followers who are being influenced by his content. Some argue that social media platforms themselves are complicit in the spread of such views. The algorithmic design of these platforms often promotes content that generates the most engagement, regardless of its merit. This means that divisive and controversial content, such as Tate's videos, is often prioritized over more moderate or nuanced perspectives. As a result, it's important to question not only the influence of individual influencers like Tate, but also the larger systemic issues that allow for their rapid rise to fame. By examining how social media algorithms promote and amplify certain voices, we can begin to understand how toxic and harmful beliefs become normalized and gain ground over rational thought. It's up to all of us to take a critical look at the messages we consume and promote, and to actively work toward creating a more equitable and just society. The fallout from Tate's Twitter battle with Greta Thunberg was swift and severe, as the online influencer's career came crashing down around him. The incident not only exposed Tate's toxic views towards women, but also revealed his inability to take criticism or admit defeat. While some of his followers tried to defend him, many were put off by his behavior and began to distance themselves from him. Tate's online academy, Hustlers University, also suffered a massive blow, as many of its subscribers cancelled their memberships in protest. Despite the setback, Tate has not given up on his dream of fame and fortune. He has continued to post videos online, but they are now met with derision and criticism rather than praise and adulation. Some have even suggested that Tate's downfall was long overdue given his history of misogynistic behavior and toxic views. As for Thunberg, she has emerged from the incident relatively unscathed, having gained even more support and admiration for her quick thinking and clever comeback. Many now see her as a role model for the younger generation, someone who is not afraid to speak out against injustice and ignorance. As the dust settles on this scandal, it remains to be seen what the future holds for Tate. Will he be able to redeem himself and win back his followers, or will he fade into obscurity? This is a cautionary tale for those who seek fame at any cost. Only time will tell. Despite the growing evidence against Tate, his followers continue to defend him, and some even see him as a martyr for their cause. His toxic views on masculinity and his alleged criminal behavior have created a polarizing figure that has divided people across the world. Some see him as a symbol of male empowerment, while others view him as a dangerous predator who must be brought to justice. While Tate's supporters continue to hail him as a hero, his enemies have not backed down. They have become more vocal and organized in their efforts to expose his alleged crimes and bring him to justice. Activists have launched campaigns to pressure law enforcement to investigate Tate's behavior and to raise awareness about the dangers of toxic masculinity. Meanwhile, Tate's legal team is working hard to build a defense and fight the allegations against him. They argue that the evidence is circumstantial and that Tate is the victim of a smear campaign by his enemies. They claim that Tate is a misunderstood figure who has been targeted by the media, and others who do not understand his message. As the legal battle continues, it remains to be seen whether Tate will be held accountable for his actions, or whether he will be able to evade justice. For now, his fate hangs in the balance, and the world watches and waits to see what will happen next. Alright guys, that wraps up our video for today. We would love to know what you think about Andrew Tate's social media influence and the allegations laid against him. Is he truly a criminal, or just another victim of the system? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more.